You know exactly how much money you have right now. And somewhere in the back of your mind, that number means something about you, about your worth, about how far behind you are. But that feeling, that quiet weight you carry every time you think about money is not about money at all. Nobody ever tells you that. Most people spend their entire lives working for money, stressing about money, chasing money, without ever asking the one question that changes everything. What do I actually believe money is? Not what sounds right. What do you privately, deep down, believe? Because your financial life is not determined by how hard you work. It's not determined by how smart you are or how much you earn. It's determined by the invisible story you've been telling yourself about money since before you were old enough to question it. Daniel Kahneman, the Nobel Prize-winning psychologist behind Thinking Fast and Slow, spent decades studying how humans make decisions. What he found was striking. The vast majority of your choices, including financial ones, are not made by your rational mind. They are made by an automatic, emotionally driven system operating on patterns learned long ago. You think you're choosing, but most of the time you're executing a script your mind wrote years ago when you had no power to question it. And for most people, that script was written in fear. Think about the first time you understood money was something to worry about. Maybe you heard your parents argue about it. Maybe you were told rich people are greedy, that wanting more is selfish. These weren't lessons you chose. They were woven into you. And now they live in the part of your brain that makes decisions before your conscious mind even wakes up. Harv Eker, whose work in Secrets of the Millionaire Mind explored wealth psychology, argued that every person carries an internal financial thermostat, a set point their subconscious is always trying to return to. When you earn more than your set point, you find ways to spend it or lose it. When you fall below it, you claw back up. Not because of your strategy, because of what your nervous system decided was normal a long time ago. And here is where most financial advice breaks down completely. Every budgeting spreadsheet, every investment framework, they're all working on the surface. They try to change your behavior without touching the belief underneath it. Behavior built on a broken belief never lasts. You can push through a savings plan for 3 months, then blow it in one impulsive weekend. Not because you lack discipline, because the emotional pressure underneath found its release valve. The problem was never your willpower. The problem is that you've been trying to build a new financial life on top of an old psychological foundation. And the foundation always wins. Robert Kiyosaki, in Rich Dad, Poor Dad, described two men approaching money in opposite ways. His biological father, educated, hard-working, believed a steady paycheck meant financial safety. His friend's father believed money was a tool and that financial knowledge was the real asset. Same economy, same era, completely different outcomes. Not because of luck, because of what each man fundamentally believed about what he was allowed to have. What you believe you deserve will always set the ceiling on what you allow yourself to receive. This is not motivation talk. Behavioral economists have documented this repeatedly. Your expectations shape your actions. Your actions shape your patterns. And your patterns compound over years into the financial reality you're living right now. Carol Dweck's research on mindset at Stanford revealed something directly applicable here. People who believe their abilities can be developed will consistently outperform those who believe their abilities are fixed. Apply that to money. A fixed money mindset says, I'm just not good with money. Some people have it, some don't. A growth money mindset says, I haven't learned what I need to know yet. Those two beliefs lead to two completely different financial lives over the course of a decade, even starting from the exact same place. The counterintuitive truth about wealth is this: the primary work is not financial, it is psychological. And the shift begins with one question: not how do I make more money? The question is, what do I actually believe about money, and where did that belief come from? Sit with that, because underneath that answer is the real reason your finances look the way they do today. You started this thinking your financial life was a reflection of your efforts or your luck, but now you know the truth. Your financial life is a reflection of your beliefs. And beliefs, unlike luck, unlike where you were born or the family you came from, beliefs can change. That is what no one ever told you, and it changes everything.